When routing the body, you can do like me and use an ordinary drill. It gets the jobs done, but it's really hard to get clean lines and have really control over what you are doing on the body. You can find a handheld router on Amazon, for example. It costs about 60 bucks, and I think it's a very good investment and will make the whole process a lot easier. Another big tip is to use a template. With a template, I mean a pre-drawn piece of material which will tell you exactly where to go with your router on the body. You can do like me, you can measure the humbucker, measure the body manually and try to get everything correct, but it's really difficult. And a template is pretty cheap. So just Google, this case I made a Telecaster, so Google Telecaster, humbucker template, you will get a bunch of suggestions. So this will also make everything a lot easier. I don't know about you, but when I measure, I really try to do it very carefully and meticulously, but in the end it never really turns out exactly how I want it. So again, a template makes everything a lot quicker and better and easier. And by the way, if you like content like this, please consider subscribing. That would encourage me to do even more content about body guitars and doing another cool guitar stuff for you guys. Thank you. Then when you do the actual routing, be extremely careful.
It's extremely important.
With the depth. I can't emphasize this enough, because if you don't do this carefully, it can end up like I did, and it's very hard to go back after something like this. So if you follow my first tip with a handheld router, it's a lot easier to change the depth of the cavity, but if you do it manually with the drill like I did, just take a little bit at a time and see if it's enough. Try the humbucker. If it fits, you're done. If not, take up a little bit more and do that again and again. And do not lose your patience as I did, because it will only lead to disaster. If you haven't done it before, if you're not used with woodworking in general, building guitars, etc., I would really encourage you to buy a very cheap piece of body to try on. That way you don't cry yourself to sleep if something happens, and it probably will happen something during the process. So it's a lot easier to swallow if it's 50 bucks or 700 bucks, right? A big question I have, which I also have asked myself, is why do you want to add a humbucker to a Telecaster? In my case, I have it here. Here it is. In the Telecaster, I like to have these controls away from the bridge, and I like a humbucker. So for me, I thought it was very easy and a fun experiment to add a humbucker to this. But please consider that it will not sound exactly as you might think. It has a special sound, which I like, but a Telecaster has a certain sound, and the humbucker will amplify that some way. So please consider that. And if you have the same reason that I did, that you want to have the controls, do like this. Want to have the controls away from your hand. There are other models which have that built in the model shape. So take that into consideration before starting drilling and routing. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.